changed out the batteries, brought it back downstairs to the flat step, 310.5.
Did you have to like tear it out, like TARE, tear it, you know, like where you have to like reset it back to 0 when you're
Yeah.
not on it?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's
So
good.
I
I mean,
reset the scale and I was 310. I went back to Aaron's house and weighed myself on his scale, 310. And then this morning I wake up 307.3.
okay, so you were losing the weight this whole time, but you
I
just
was
didn't know
losing
it.
the weight the whole time, but my scale wasn't telling me. So I thought I was
Yeah.
plateauing. And I was
Yeah.
really confused because the last time around, I didn't really plateau until around 265.
What's the last time around?
That was just as like 2020, like October of 2020 is when I was 265.
Wow.
And oh, that's rough. Whew. Mustard. Um, that was when I started dating that doctor, Megan.
Oh yeah.
And she could eat whatever she wanted because she could run forever and burn it all off. And so we were just constantly like ordering out, and that's when DoorDash started. Really, that's what started everything with that. Like I just started ordering out all the time, and things fell through with her, and then I just continued on that path, and I got huge again. But so I think like the 265, like maybe I wasn't even gonna plateau then. I think it was just the fact that I started dating again, and
Mm-hmm.
I started just sacrificing everything that I had worked for the sake of
The
enjoyment.
next level of the hierarchy. Yeah. No, yeah. You thought you had one solved, so you moved on to the next one. Yeah.
Yep. So that's what started all that. But now, like, maybe maybe I wouldn't plateau at all. Maybe I just get to where I need to get, and then I'm like, oh, it's done because you just stay disciplined. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm prepared for a plateau at some point because obviously you have to, because you're that's when you learn to make adjustments. So I think that with all the extra skin that I have, it's probably going to be difficult for me to get down to 215 without trying to lose muscle mass. I'm thinking like I get down to like 240, 230 and then get a consult and see exactly where I'm at, like body fat wise versus skin wise, and like, is this the time to get it done? And then we'll see then. But that's the ultimate goal. 215 is like the ultimate goal because at 215 I was like 13% body fat and I was built and felt incredible. So, but that was when I was like dating Michaela and everything. I don't know if you remember that at all.
Yeah. She was the girl after Holly, right?
Yeah.
2014.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 So I was in great shape then, but I don't know. I want to look ridiculous. Because my brother and I were talking about it. We're both like starting to bald and everything like that. We have very similar builds, and I thought about it and like we're both the same gut size. Like we both have the clearly defined split down the middle of our abdominals, and even if we're overweight, it still looks like there's a six pack underneath there poking through, like E Honda style from Street Fighter. And I thought about it. I was like, if we literally got like to 10% body fat, we would have Joe Rogan's body type. He's 5'6", 5'7", shorter guy, and he has the same short but stocky build, but that guy is absolutely shredded. He's got a 8-pack that sticks out kind of like a gut, but it's shredded. He's got a strong chest, strong shoulders, broad as hell, and short, stubby legs. And so that's like my finishing goal. I want to look like Joe Rogan's body
Yeah,
style
man.
because that guy's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Absolutely
No, it's
incredible
good to have a
shape.
vision, you know. I know people say the word vision board, but I think it's good to have a vision of what you're thinking about.
Oh yeah. You have to be able to see what you want to achieve. Like everybody says, oh, seeing is believing or believing. If you believe it, you'll see it. But like if you could see yourself in the exact perfect form that you would want, and you can drive towards that every day, like you'll never fail.
Yeah. No, my vision is the Murph challenge that I told you about.
Hmm.
Because it's pretty impossible and it's pretty long term, but it also feels pretty doable.
Yeah.
Like it's just some push-ups and pull-ups, and yeah, like it's like running a marathon. It's like, what do? You learn how to run a mile, you run 2 miles, whatever. And like it's just you kind of just build up, and I'm up to 20 pull-ups, and I'm only a fifth of the way there, which sounds kind of crazy, but that's it. I've kind of modeled my workouts after that because I'm doing the three exercises. I'm doing pull-ups, push-ups, and squats, which are the three exercises to it.
Yep.
Um,
Then that's good. That's those are all fantastic exercises to do and to keep yourself in shape. Like that's all you need to do, because all of those require you to keep your core tight. All of those require you to keep specific form, and it works every muscle in your entire body, whether it's as a primary or a secondary.
yeah, no, but my wife gave me the ultimate compliment the other day. She said, "You're breaking my brain with what you're doing because you're not working out for 2 hours a day or whatever. You're not like crash dieting, but you're like losing a lot of weight. You're looking really muscular, and you're only working out for 5 minutes a day. Like, like, and I'm not like I still like have as many beers as I normally would. I still like like I still am living my normal life. I've just learned to not have more than 600 calories for breakfast and lunch combined. And then after that, you can kind of go nuts. Like it's not really like I mean, like I don't eat dessert anymore, but like that's really
Hmm.
it. I cut out bread and dessert, and that was like 90% of what I was wasting my calories on. But and that was just math. I've always fundamentally thought about this. Like I know there's a bunch of fitness and health people that will say this is a wrong opinion, but like I fundamentally believe that weight is math. And it's just
Yeah.
in and out, in and out, in and out. I mean, I'm sure there's metabolisms, I'm sure there's multipliers, I'm sure there's everything, but like my goal is to be my goal is to assume I will cheat rather than assume I won't. Like I like 1,500 calories is too little for me, but it's because I'm going to cheat every other week. I know or every week. I know I'm going to cheat for a day or two, and have 2,000 or 2,500 or something.
Yeah.
I went nuts this past weekend. I ate like 3,000 calories 2 or 3 days straight, and I gained like 6 pounds back. But I know I'll lose it over time as long as I can keep more green days than red days.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
and I feel like people don't build the cheating into their diet. That they assume that they're gonna be perfect. And I think that's like assuming you're never gonna accidentally lose money. Like it's like why would I ever do that? Why would I ever never like it's impossible.
Right.
Um when you accept the fact that you're gonna be a human, like I feel like it's easy because you just make a goal that's like hard, but like will work if you are 80% good at it.
Yeah.
Like
Like
right?
this
Like
weekend, I'm coming to Michigan with my buddy Aaron, because he's never been on, like, to Michigan breweries or anything like that. He wants to see LCA. He's never been there, so we're gonna, like, Thursday night we're gonna drive out, probably get to my parents' house at like 2 or 3 in the morning, because we're gonna leave after work, and we're gonna crash there, go to brunch with my parents Friday morning. Then we have reservations at Capitol Grill at 6 o'clock, and then we're gonna end up at the Sherwood. I know I'm gonna go over my calories. I know I'm gonna eat a big
right,
steak and some crab cakes, and you know what? I lost 107 pounds. I can reward myself with one weekend of some fun.
right.
It's not gonna send me on like, well, I had one weekend of fun. I might as well download DoorDash again and start ordering Red Robin.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like like that. I know that's
That's
not
such
gonna
a
happen.
sentence. That's like I might as well just download DoorDash. Start ordering Red Robin again.
Red Robin sponsor us.
This is like when Jon Stewart has Arby's like sponsor him, like, but not really. Arby's, if you want diarrhea, Arby's.
Get Arby's. But yeah, like it's just, I've already told myself that, like, I'm gonna have a couple beers. I'm probably gonna consume 2 to 3,000 calories in a day. I'm gonna try and be as mindful as possible, but like I'm not going to let it hinder my good time with my buddy. You know?
No, that's the thing is when you were talking about like how rigid you want to be, I'm all for it. It's the hard part is not going into zero point 0.0 GPA Dave I'm not saying you, but like both of us, like
Right.
in that like spiral mode is like, what is the lever I pull that pulls me out of this spiral whenever it's gonna happen? Like whenever you're being influenced to break stuff, like how do you get back to it? And that's why I keep going back to like my avenue is the podcast because I can't break too many days in a row without fundamentally being embarrassed by what I see. Like I'm going like,
Exactly.
what are you doing? Like stop. Like just get out of your own head. Like download delete that stupid app. Like, you know? But it's hard. It's hard to like figure that out because you're always like, it's always like, I'm gonna reward myself a little bit. I'm gonna reward myself a little bit more. Like, but you do it so slowly that it takes a month, and then you're like, and then now having cake every night is normal, you know?
Right.
Like, I need this is the word you say to yourself. Like, I deserve this. Whatever. This is fine. Um, and I'm actively falling in and out of those habits constantly. And so I try to build the average day so that I assume I will fall in and out of those habits. Like, and being 1,500 calories gets you there. But like, I don't know, it's really hard. Like, I eat definitely 3,000 calories worth of beat ups on Friday night. And, you know, I have no excuse other than I wanted beat ups. And I can say that's my body telling me something, or that's me longing and whatever and thinking I deserve it artificially. But it happened, you
Yeah.
know? And what do? I gotta get back on the horse on Monday and like get back to it. You know, like it's hard.
Yeah, that's you gotta you just gotta be tough on yourself with stuff like that. Like the only I don't know what specifically to say in terms of how do you pull yourself out of that? What do you say to yourself to get yourself out of that? Because it's completely circumstantial, but I've been unhappy with my body so many times, and I've also been happy with my body so many times. And being happy with my body wins every time. There's never a time where I was like, I was unhappy with my body, but everything else was awesome, so that time was awesome. There was always something getting hindered by me not being healthy. And so I know that as you get healthier, everything else branches in your life. You start developing more habits, but to start with your own health, that's the best way to branch out and continue to increase your productivity in the rest of your life.
Yeah, and your
Because you have
dopamine and
more energy, you
everything.
have more
Yeah,
serotonin, you're more positive. I'll sell better, I'll be more awake and alert on the phone. Like I literally couldn't go out in public because it was tough to put on my shoes. Like I said before, like how am I going to be successful in life in any way if I can't even go to the grocery store without being embarrassed? You know?
yeah.
So like that's what gets me out of it, I guess, is
Oh
just
well, and you said the hospital got you out of it too. Like that's what
well
started it.
that's what
That was the
started this and
mash.
everything, but
Yeah.
like and I can just think back to that and be like, your body didn't know you were fat yet. But like if this happens again, it's gonna how would they know? They're gonna know. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen if I
See,
get
I
fat
like
again.
to. You tell me. I haven't. I have my. I know a lot of people in my life that have done this, but like, I kind of like cigarettes. It's like I tried cigarettes when I was 18 or whatever, 15, and you were honestly one of the more proponent people in there. But
Yeah.
what kept me out of it was I made the rule, which was I'm never gonna buy them, and I never did. I've never purchased cigarettes in my life, and it's helped me because in moments of like crisis where I like didn't know what I should do to fit in, or this is interesting. I don't know if this is a good idea or bad idea, whatever, in your teenager brain. But like the thing I've never done with being fat is I've never bought new pants. Like if I was uncomfortable in my pants, I say I deserve this. And for whatever reason, I made that rule myself, where it's like if
Hmm.
I will not switch what I wear, and I will always wear the same clothes. And if I, because I'm so cheap too, it's like if I can't fit in these clothes, that's my problem. That I do not. That is not a Brian goes to the store and wastes his money because he wants to eat too much problem. Like, so I don't know what that is for you or whatever, or if you
I
have
made that
that, but
rule
like,
for myself,
yeah.
just not so much in that context because I'm already where I'm at right now, but I made the rule that I am not allowed to buy new clothes for myself within reason. Like if I have no boxers left or something like that, like then yeah, I'm going to buy boxers, but I am not allowed to start buying myself a new wardrobe until I get to my goal weight and maintain it for 6 months. So I'll continue to wear what I have. And if it looks loose and looks ridiculous, it's just more motivation for me to get to my goal faster and maintain it for longer so I can buy myself the clothes that fit me, that make me look and feel good. So I have the clothes that I have. I have pants that go to a as low as a 38 waist, which is where I was about at like 215. I was at like 36, 38, somewhere in that ballpark. So that's that's gonna hold. I have belts that fit. I have shirts that fit. I have small shirts that are extremely tight that are like an undershirt right now, but when that time comes, they will fit. I have a pair of overalls that will forever fit me no matter what because they're overalls. So,
You love those things.
oh, I do. I do. But I just made a rule, like I'm not gonna buy new clothes. I'm not gonna buy a new suit. I'm not gonna buy uh, dress shirts. I'm not gonna buy hunting like outer gear or anything like that until I get to where I need to be, and then I will buy the money or buy the clothes that
Yeah, yeah. It's a
fit me
delayed
and that I will
gratification.
never
Yeah.
ever let myself get out of again. So I'm not where you're at right now with that mindset, but once I get to my goal, that
No,
is gonna be my play.
for whatever reason it like so I got up to 183 and I broke a suit that I wear at every wedding. Like it was uncomfortable and I didn't care. I was like, this is uncomfortable, but I'm gonna be in it because I'm not getting this fitted for me to be 180. Like, and for whatever reason that like kill switch activates with me. And maybe it's like programmed for my parents or whatever, but like I the kill switch activates at some point where I go, I'm not buying new pants. Like
Right.
this is stupid. I Brian, fix this crap. It was like I gained 20 pounds because I would just eat M&Ms and crap every night. Like it
Hmm.
was fun. I enjoyed it. Um, I
Yeah.
enjoyed that time, but it's just not my goal anymore. My goal is to
Yeah.
enjoy life for a long time, and it's still my goal, but it's not my first priority, as much as having 10-year goals is.
Yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. And that's, I was I enjoyed eating $30 worth of Taco Bell stoned out of my mind watching Harry Potter at 2 in the morning, like
Right.
that was fun for me. I was like, yeah, I got a 5-layer burrito, a Crunch Wraps, Fiesta potatoes, a Baja Blast, and a quesarito. I'm gonna get ripped out of my skull, watch Harry Potter, go to a magic world of comatose. And and I did, and it was super fun. And I love, eating food, and I still do. Like the meals that I cook for myself, yes, they are healthy, but they don't look like rabbit food like most people make it seem. Like
Yeah, yeah,
the intermittent fasting is what's saving me because what it allows me to do is have a small window to eat to where I still get to kind of overeat and indulge in that addiction, but I'm staying within my boundaries and I don't eat outside of it and I don't consume calories outside of between 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. Unless, I had a day where it's like I didn't get to eat until 3 o'clock or something like that.
yeah.
And
There's
I
always
can't
life that
finish
gets
my
in the
meal, but I
way.
know I need the calories.
Yeah, your life always creates situations you're not ready for.
Right. But like, here, I'll send you a couple pictures of what my meals are normally like.
I don't know if we can talk about it. These have been my Lord and Saviors. Those bags of salad, they're like $4, but they're 400 to 500 calories, and they fill you up, and they never let you down. Make it a highlight.
Let me
And
see here.
so I don't know. This is what I eat for lunch every day, and it's crunchy and it's
Oh yeah, yeah,
filling,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I just eat like
I
one
used
of
to
these
have those
bags.
things all the time.
Yeah, I just buy like 8 of them every day and every week and just go nuts.
Those I bought those when I was pretending to be healthy, and I would like put 3 of them in a giant cake bowl and eat them all.
That is funny pretending to be
It's
healthy.
salad. I always got the barbecue ones, the barbecue
Uh,
fiesta with the,
the barbecue ones are like twice as many calories too. That's funny.
of course, but it's a salad. It's like that that Family Guy episode. Like this is the best thing that ever happened since Diet Coke to fat women. It's just this really huge woman. She's like, Diet Coke. Now I can eat anything.
It's true.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hmm.
I still drink diet pops and stuff like that. Like
Mm,
that's my kryptonite right now. Like not kryptonite, but that's my little
your treat.
leisure
Yeah.
thing for me. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if I just texted you the pictures of my meals
Yeah,
and
yeah, I
stuff like
saw him.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, and those Quest chips,
No, you like this
phenomenal.
is amazing meals, man. Like I don't know. I obviously you put some effort in. Like
Takes me 10 minutes.
uh, great. How do you do 10-minute? What is that? What's the
Well, the
onion
sweet
thing?
potato doesn't take 10 minutes. The sweet potato I throw in for a half hour before at 11:30 I throw a sweet potato in the air fryer at 400 for 35 minutes.
Huh?
Um, the asparagus, I chop it up, put it in a bread dish, roll it around in oil and salt, and that's it. And then I throw it in the air fryer. It takes 2 seconds to prep, and I throw it in there for 10 minutes on 350. The
And there's
chicken,
mushrooms?
yeah, mushrooms and onions. I take a tablespoon of butter, throw it in the pan, chop up the mushrooms and onions, throw them in there, let them sit. Pepper and salt. And then
Damn.
for the chicken's the only part that's like requires prep and not really prep. I take two chicken thighs out or two chicken drumsticks out. I cover them in mustard real quick, salt, pepper, and this herbs de Provence thing that came in my spice rack. That's just like rosemary and thyme and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I shake that all over it, throw it in the air fryer for 18 minutes. So by the time my food's ready at 12 every day. I don't eat or touch it until I'm done with my follow up and I'm done with my laps. And that's it.
Oh, this is just lunch and dinner from today?
No, that's I eat one meal a day. I eat one meal a day that's
Oh,
15 to 1600 calories.
this is your whole meal for the whole day.
Yes, and I usually get
Wow.
through about a third of it before I get full, and then I have to pick at it the rest of the time. A lot of times I
Wow.
can't finish it all.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's just one solid meal, and I eat until I'm full, and then I stop, and whatever's left over, I finish later. Eventually, I'm going to have to increase my caloric intake because I'm going to graduate in terms of my weightlifting and everything like that. So I will need to do that in order to maintain muscle mass. But for right now, for doing what I want to do, like this is like perfect for me. So,
Yeah.
but I
Well,
think like
for
what
those
I'm
of you at
going to
home,
do,
this is what he is eating every day.
yes. So two large chicken thighs. That was prime rib and or not prime rib. Filet mignon and blue cheese crumbled on top.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And those chips are a godsend. 140 calories for the bag, full of protein and dietary fiber, and they're absolutely phenomenal. So I put like the other day, I took 2 bags of that on a plate with some low-fat mozzarella cheese, and then I cooked my chicken like I normally would, and then I diced that up, put some salsa on top, and some onions and peppers, and hot sauce, and I had uh, loaded nachos. And it tastes incredible.
Nice. Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah, so it's just you can you can
No,
eat
what
what
got
you
me
want.
fat was my boss convinced me to have a panini every day for lunch. And without me really thinking about it, for like 2 or 3 months, I had a panini every day for lunch, and that was like 1,000 calories for free, And then I would eat M&Ms all night, and yeah.
Yeah, I, I can feel that 100%. I You don't realize how much you're consuming until like you really break it down, and it's when I broke down my daily caloric intake, like just thinking about it, and this is like about 2 months ago that I like thought about it, and I had a conversation because it was about Taco Bell. It was about like they were talking about like, oh, I could really go for like 2 cheesy gordita crunches right now, and I was like, oh, my Taco
Two?
Bell orders
Oh my God.
were were just outrageous. Like I was literally consuming like 6,000 calories at a time. Because I literally would get like the double XL steak burrito with add creamy jalapeno sauce. I add creamy jalapeno sauce to everything, dude. Even the Fiesta potatoes. Like just to everything. Add extra sauce, double meat, double cheese, everything. Like, and they were like, "Oh, I could probably eat one or one and a half, but I could never." I'm like, dude, like I was just consuming like 10,000 calories every day, dude. You know how many times I just crushed a pint? One night I crushed 2 pints of Ben and Jerry's at like midnight. 2 pints of Ben and Jerry's, dude. Like,
No, that's a lot, man. That's like I think each one of those is like probably 2 to 3,000, I think.
no, they're like 1,200, I think, a piece.
A pint?
Yeah,
Because the little guys, I buy the little guys. Those are like 300 or 400
330.
calories.
Yeah,
Yeah. I haven't I've been holding off because I'm trying to I know I have to show off my stomach at this stupid 30th birthday party in 3 days, so I'm trying to hold off for a couple more days, but
you stripping again?
we're going to the beach, I guess.
What?
I don't know when I'm stripping, but I
Where are you going to the beach in mid-October in
I
Ohio?
was in Savannah. No, we're going to Georgia.
Oh, you're going to Georgia. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You did say that. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
we're going
like,
to
where are
Savannah.
you going to the beach? Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I doubt. Yeah. No.
That is my, as much as I despise the beach, I want to be beach body ready at some point. That's the ultimate goal, but like I hate the beach, dude. I hate sand.
I don't like the beach at all. I
It's
like
awful.
I like that like 30-second, somewhere between 30 seconds and 5 minute period where you're like already there and you're not hot. And there's wind and there's water and like it's just nice and you're like, this is cool. And then you have to pack up all your crap and leave and you're like and
And
you're
you're
like,
just sweating your ass
I didn't want
off.
any of this. And now I'm like usually I'm covered up by a towel because I'm so scared of getting burnt because I'm such a white boy. Yeah,
Can relate.
it's yeah, well this goes back to our conversation of like um, how do you make decisions? Do you make them with pleasure or away from pain? And I don't like the beach. I don't love I like the beach. I don't love the beach because it's mostly crappy things to get there, to pack it all up. Like when I'm there, it's hot. Like, my wife dreams about the beach and I'm sure she only enjoys the same 5 minutes I enjoy, but those five
Apparently, that's
minutes,
worth
the
it.
other 5 hours to get there, I was like,
If I
not
go
worth
to the
it.
beach, I want to go in the water. Most people, or not most people, there's a lot of people that go to the beach. They're like, oh, I'm not getting in the water. I just want to be on the beach. And I'm like, that sounds awful for one. But then once you go in the water and you come out, then you have to deal with the horrible sensation of sandy water, feet, and just gross. Like,
You smell
I,
too. The ocean usually
yeah,
smells. Yeah.
I hate it. I think it's awful. I don't know how people enjoy that. Like,
I just wanna so I did this in India on the last day. I'm really proud of myself. Everyone went to the beach and I just sat in our like it wasn't like an apartment, it was like a condo, I guess, but it had a beachfront
mhm.
balcony. So you could see the beach and hear it and it was really close and everything. And I just sat there all day and I just drank and listened to music and hung out and it's probably one of the best days of my life, like just having no responsibilities and being there. But I wouldn't have had that enjoyment actually putting my feet in the stupid sand because it's like it's not about that. It's about like the feeling of freedom, and I feel not freedom when I'm having to decide how smelly I want to be or how much sand to get
Right.
off my feet at what point in my next hour or two, and yeah. So I'd rather I want to be beachfront, but not on actually touching the beach. Like
Yeah.
that's my happy place. Yeah.
The best experience I've ever had at the beach was actually visiting my sister in London
Yeah.
because we went to the beach there and it was 60 degrees outside. It was overcast, it was windy, a storm was rolling in, and the sand there wasn't really sand. It was just like a lot of small pebbles, like,
Mm.
and there was still sand mixed in, but it wasn't just like white sandy beaches and stuff like that. Like it was rubble basically. And it was awesome. I didn't get sand all over the place. I didn't get dirty. We sat there, we ate fish and chips as, people in London do. And Yeah, we just sat there and it was kind of chilly and we had hoodies on and everything and it was awesome. It was beautiful. It was awesome watching a storm roll in and it was great not sweating my ass off and wondering is my deodorant lasting? Like I'm
Yeah.
on a beach half naked. If somebody comes up to me and I smell bad, that's awful. If somebody comes up to me and can see me visibly pouring sweat and burning alive in the sun, that's awful. Like I don't want that. I want nothing to do with that. So that was fun. I had my shoes on at the beach. I was a shoebie.
Okay.
But
I think I'm more of an overcast kind of guy too.
yeah,
End of the day.
I like the cold. I love the cold, and it's the reason
See, I
that
love.
everybody that likes the cold does. Well, if you're hot, you can only take off so much. If you're cold, you can always add more. That's and that's true. I live by that.
Yeah,
I love
that's
being
true.
cold. I have my windows open and the fan going and the heat on because I'm a psycho.
I want it all. I want to feel everything.
He needs more blankets and less blankets. I'm hot. I'm hot. He needs less blankets. Oh, I'm freezing. Oh, I'm freezing. He needs more blankets. I'm hot and cold at the same time. Oh man. Yeah, that's how I am. That's how I get the best of both worlds with sleep. I meant to say with the sleep because you said that like earlier you weren't having trouble sleeping, but like you were talking about like your position that you normally sleep in that you fall asleep in.
Well, so I have sleep apnea diagnosed. I had a sleep study done. I'm I think something like I think it's like 30 or 40 or no, it's like 20 episodes per or no, something between 15 and 20 episodes per hour is considered sleep apnea. That's like the definition. I had like
Mm-hmm.
14 or 15. I had like the very smallest amount of it, but I don't know. You're smart. You know what this is. Like it's like you
Yeah.
hold your breath, you like you don't breathe correctly.
Oh yeah,
And
I have sleep apnea. I'm supposed to go do
yeah,
a sleep study, but I
I
just
highly
haven't
encourage
done
you to
it.
get the machine if you or try it out if you want to. I tried the machine for 3 months and
I almost
I
just called it
tried
a pap smear. A CPAP.
I got the pap smear.
Yeah,
I
I got
tried
a
it
pap smear machine
for my
right next to my bedside. You want to
for
come
my
over?
snoring. um I tried it for 3 months and I tried like three different head face things like nose and mouth
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And it's supposed to take 100 days to like take an effect. And maybe I should have tried it harder, but like I for 3 months straight, I never got into REM. I never it never I was hallucinating. I was like
Yeah,
I was sleeping, but I was I would wake up and I'd be dead tired. I would not know where I was. It felt like somebody was shaking me all night
just
and
brain fog
holding my breath.
and
It felt like somebody was blowing air in my face all day, all night, and I just couldn't get comfortable with it. And I tried really hard, and I to the point where I was like, when I started hallucinating like pretty often, I was like, Carol, I can't, because she was very, very like a big advocate of it, because like it's science, it makes sense. Like this is a
yeah,
problem. This is the tool to solve that problem. And it forced me to be a back sleeper, and I am not comfortable as a back sleeper, and I don't know. So I encourage people to try it out, but like I wish it worked. It just didn't work, and um I can't I was hallucinating. It was like this is ridiculous. This is not a
yeah,
quality of life
no,
improvement for me. This is a way worse solution to the problem. So I'll give it as much time as I need to, but like to make it a normal, decision. But like I don't know.
yeah. It's
Didn't
like
work for me.
being in a machine and be like you're going to be in the best shape of your life and you're going to be shredded. You won't be able to move ever again, but
You can't touch
here,
your
take
back,
this machine
but
that's going to help you, but not help you. No, but I've become a back sleeper now, and I literally pass out within like I honestly think like maybe 45 seconds to a minute, and I'm out. Like
yeah, me too. I mean, especially when I'm, you know, doing the
yeah,
stuff, but
melatonin, and
Well, there's a military method to this too. You do the military method, it's like you're supposed to like relax your jaw muscles and then relax your like and just relax all the parts of your body all the way
Yeah,
down.
yeah, work your way
And usually by
down.
the time you get to your toes, you're asleep. Like if you really work on it. So
I don't even have to do that now. Like I found this ridiculous cradling way of sleeping that like it's just you have to have 4 pillows to do it. You have to have at least 3 pillows to do it. But I take my most firm pillow and I flip it on its side. So when it's underneath me, it's sandwiching my ears. So it's keeping my neck open and my airways open.
hmm.
I have 2 pillows with the corners kind of going up on my stomach, so my arms are rested like this.
You're in the
And then
lazy
I
boy
put one
position.
underneath my knees, and it
You're in
slightly
the
elevates
lazy boy
them.
position.
I'm in the lazy boy position, and I'm out cold.
I mean, it, the boys are lazy boys. They
I
got
looked it
something
up.
going on.
It was a recommended way to sleep. If you can prop up your arms like this with 2 pillows, fold the
Hmm.
pillow in half underneath to keep your airway open, and have something like a rolled up blanket underneath your knees to keep them not completely locked, it relieves the pressure off your spine, keeps you in line, and you won't move. And I go to sleep like that, and I wake up like that.
That's no, I'll have to Google that. That's interesting. I've never heard of that before. The lazy
It's
boy
supposed to
method.
like promote overall circulation and keep oxygen to like everything in your body perfectly. And it's supposed to help with muscle recovery. It's supposed to
Hmm.
help with sleep apnea. It's supposed to help with just overall, what's the word I'm looking for? Just overall circulation in general. So that's what I started doing, and it works perfectly. And I'll still like on my iPad and everything. I have my iPad right above my head because I have like one of those headboards that has like the little shelves in it and stuff. And so
Hmm.
I'll put on like some sort of random playlist, sleep sound or something like that on there, and I'll put it on like a third of the volume, and it'll just play for like an hour and then shut off. And I'm literally like a baby every single time now, and it's the most incredible feeling in the world to be able to sleep when you went like I had nights where I could not sleep because of my anxiety and just not being able to fall asleep and being stir crazy and thinking nonstop about everything. I literally audibly yelled out, either let me fall asleep or kill me. Just kill me or let me fall asleep. Figure one out, but I can't do this anymore. And it was a nightmare. But once I went on the antidepressants, I really started being able to fall asleep easily. And then after getting off of them, like just keeping that same position was what like helped me continue to fall asleep and not fall back into a trend of, you know, restlessness because I was comfortable immediately. Like it's such a relaxing feeling. Like you feel like you're floating when you do that. There's literally no pressure anywhere. It relieves all of the major pressure points in your back and in your arms, and it's just like you literally feel like you're completely reclined in a lazy boy, but like you're floating at the same time. Like it's
Hmm.
I don't know.
No, I'll
I don't know
try
how
it.
to describe it.
I'll
Yeah,
try
give it
it.
a
I'm
shot,
worried
man.
my snoring will like take over, but yeah, I'll try it.
If you have your head tilted back like that and you maintain, I think it would help reduce the snoring just to keep your airways open. But
Yeah.
but yeah, give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Yeah. No, I'll Google it. Yeah. Well, I my computer's gonna die primarily
Yeah,
as the problem
I'd
here.
say 3 a.m. is a good point to stop at our hour-long podcast.
Yeah.
When did we start this at like 11:30?
We're 3 hours and 50 minutes in right now.
All right, yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. That's
So
good. I like it.
you could watch this or you could watch The Irishman, you know?
Right, right. Well, you know what? The Irishman seemed too long, so I'm probably gonna watch this. At least I can go back and see the conversation. I just realized like how horrible the lighting is on me right now.
Oh, yeah. My camera, like this is like the normal MacBook camera. Isn't that crazy? Like this is such a crappy camera. Like
Right.
for being a MacBook, like that's pretty dumb.
You would think like they would have the top of the line camera in
Yeah, you
there.
would think like they would be at least as good as their phones. Like
Yeah, this is my
stupid.
phone, so
Yeah, right? Like, yeah, but whatever.
yep.
All right, I'm at 1%. I'm gonna die. But yeah, dude, it was good. It was good talking. Happy birthday, man.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was my birthday. I forgot. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Always good talking. And yeah, let me know your schedule. You got to come out here at some point, and we'll we'll have a ball.
We'll have a jog.
We'll have a yog.
All right,
All right,
man.
brother.
I'll see you.
See you, buddy.